Kherson, taken in the first days of the invasion, was Russia's one easy prize in Ukraine. Most of the 280,000 inhabitants stayed put under Soviet flag and Russian rule. They now await the fate of their city as Ukrainian forces creep closer.
Russian government, so-called Russian sort of occupational governance, is obviously extremely unpopular among Kherson people. There's a substantial resistance there happening now. There are severe violations of human rights, and of course, the country needs to liberate it. So now, question whether this is going to happen like right away, or this is going to happen in sometime in the future, is still open, because I do believe that we have an excellent window of opportunity right now to start the counteroffensive for Kherson.
Attacks have begun with HIMARS American-made rocket systems, damaging a key bridge into the city. Western officials say the Russian deployment in and around Kherson is in the low thousands strong, and as the offensive intensifies, a local inhabitant we're calling Dima told us about the change in the city's mood.
Since the bridge was destroyed, the movement from the left bank has stopped. The cars with Russian soldiers have started circling around the town more frequently, and people get a bit nervous. Are they going to try and free us or not? Will there be army or not?
In recent days, the Ukrainians have taken steps to isolate Russian forces north of the Dnipro River. A few days back, they hit the key bridges at Novokharkovka and Darivka with HIMARS artillery rockets, and then the big span at Antonivka was struck on Tuesday with the same weapons. That isolates troops in Kherson itself, while pressure is put on the Russian pocket from its western end, northeastern one, and in the Inhulets area, where the Ukrainians have made their own crossing, which may be a sign that they'll try to cut the Russian pocket in two.
There's a large water feature in terms of the Dnieper River and the tributaries that run off it, and the Ukrainians have started to do things, for example, striking the Antonovsky Bridge for a third time in 10 days, which really starts to put pressure on Russian supply lines. So really they're trying to strangle the Russians, and actually it starts to give Ukrainians more options. So they don't have to destroy the Russian force there. They can also try and force a surrender of the Russian forces.
What we don't know yet is at what tempo or speed the Ukrainians will develop this operation. It could take days, weeks, or even months. But it is being closely watched in Western defence ministries, and if they haven't got Kherson by the end of September, significant doubts could set in. Of course, the Russians won't sit passively by. They've already deployed a military ferry next to the shattered Antonivka Bridge, though how long that will last is open to question. And this footage released today by them shows a Ukrainian tank being targeted by a Russian drone. The open, wet country and lack of cover all makes it hard to advance, and the Ukrainian desire not to do heavy damage to the city of Kherson itself will also make it hard.
We need to be very precise. We cannot do unprecise bombing. We cannot do this as Russian way. Obviously, we never did, and we're obviously not going to start. So we need to be very careful, because Russians are putting the weapons among the civilian quarters. So we need to be extremely careful and extremely diligent in this. It's a challenge. It's a substantial challenge.
On the Russian side today, claims that they've hit some HIMARS ammunition. It's not the first such statement, but evidence is still lacking. Rather, after months of punishing battle, the real test for them is whether they'll withstand the Ukrainian offensive.